I just keep hearing a line of communication has been cut. And if this is for you, I want to tell you, ask and you shall receive. But I want to tell you that you have dissolved another veil. So remember that nothing is as it seems. We are going to use the Journey to Oz and Wonderland deck. You have the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Page of Cups, the Tower, the Ten of Cups, the Death card in reverse, and the Moon card. If this is for you, I want to tell you that the line of communication was cut and you have felt like you have lost access to something that you once had. I'm really drawn to this Moon card because we just had a full moon this weekend. And I want to tell you that you dissolved another veil by letting logic die and for your knowing to be born. And if this is for you, I want to tell you that what others would see as a storm brought the clarity that you asked for. What others see as a storm brought you the clarity that you asked for. And I want to tell you that this is some kind of a leap of faith, some kind of a turning point for you. And I just keep hearing that it's almost like the universe whispered, "Are you sure?" And your soul answered before your humanness could hesitate. And it was in that moment that the turning point happened, and everything that followed was the ripple. And I just keep hearing that chains to the past have been removed. But if this is for you, this Death card in reverse, it's giving that grief or loss is somehow the catalyst here. And I don't know why I keep being taken back to this Moon card. But there's something significant for you if this message is for you in regards to revelations, clarity, some kind of a culmination point in regards to loss and grief over the past weekend, where it's like where you were once clouded by the heavy emotions, it also dissolved that veil for you. And you had to let logic die. Because the line of communication you were seeking to establish required you to cut the old one. The old one being rooted in logic, in the proof, in people believing what you know to be true. And if this is for you, I just want to tell you that you're focusing on what's right in front of you right now. Not what already has been, and not the not yet. And I just want to tell you that there's something profound that keeps revealing itself in the energy to you. But when you lost access to something, and I want to tell you, it's like, it almost was like a shot to the heart when you couldn't get in. And that's the way I want to say that, when you couldn't get in. But I want to tell you, it only took you 2 signs this time to realize you needed to stop knocking on the door and trying to get access to something that had been slammed shut. Because the door that you had opened, the turning point, what you had unknowingly walked into when your soul said yes before your humanness could hesitate, it was the exact communication that you had been asking for. You have the Ten of Pentacles. You have your Emerald City. And you have the Messenger card. I want to tell you that your knowing right now is something that other people would call crazy. But to you, the second this old line of communication was cut, It was almost like when I say it ripped a veil off, you have been getting some of the most profound confirmations that nobody would believe, no matter how hard you tried to convince them. Do you see the envelope? Do you see the envelope that the messenger is carrying? I just keep hearing signed, sealed, and delivered. You're getting exactly what you're asking for. But if you try to meet it with logic, you're going to miss what it is showing you. Your knowing defies logic. And if this is for you, I want to tell you that you not only feel it in your heart space, but you feel it in your crown as well. It's like this bridge and this merger. And I kind of want to, I'm being taken to the, like, this is another level in your awakening. You have dissolved something so profound that you can't even quite put it into words, because words do not contain the feelings that are moving through you. And that's why I said you're feeling it in your heart space, but you're feeling it in your crown. Because this is your knowing. This is things materializing. The things that you don't say out loud. The things that you feel within the depth of your soul. But I want to tell you that grief was your cracking. The perceived loss of communication, the perceived access denial was the pivot and the turning point for your next step. I want to confirm this with the blueprint today. I haven't done that in a few days. So here we go. Page 87. That's 15. That's 6. That's your heart. It's your heart space. Passing through this gate often brings curiosity. You start asking questions that reach beyond the surface. Who am I really? What is this life trying to teach me? Why do certain things feel so familiar even though they've never happened before? The third eye opens slowly at first, through intuition, deja vu, and moments of insight that feel too perfect to be coincidence. You might begin seeing number sequences, hearing inner guidance, or feeling the subtle energy in a room before anyone speaks. It can feel like remembering a language you forgot you knew. An old line of connection was cut so that you could remember a language that you forgot you knew. But this gate is not just a mystical experience, it's a challenge to see clearly. You are being asked to look within, to trust the knowing that doesn't come from logic or proof. This is where you start recognizing the difference between your ego and your truth. It's where you begin to peel away illusion. The more willing you are to sit with uncertainty, to observe without controlling, the more this vision grows stronger. Sometimes the clarity comes in meditation or silence, and sometimes it arrives in crisis. When life strips everything down and forces you to see what is real. To others, where's that card? To others, it would have looked like a storm. But for you, it was the clarity that you asked for. It was your knowing coming online. It was the culmination of the physical confirmations once you dissolved the logical way of thinking. I am actually like dumbfounded and almost speechless right now after turning to that page. Ashley, I don't think you realize what you've done. Maybe you have. I don't think you know just the profound ripple that book is having, proving to people how their living story is moving through them. There are no coincidences. There is only purposeful experiences. And if this one was for you, you have now recognized the purpose of grief, which was your catalyst. Love you guys.